Every single one of us has a fighter in us. And I mean, just a breath of fresh air to want to be at its best for survival. I'm talking to the fighter in each and one of you. If you are dealing with some type of mental disability, or you're being bullied at school, or someone has issues with your sexual orientation, maybe they don't quite understand who you are, and things just don't seem to be going the way you want. Maybe you just lost a job, or maybe you lost a loved one, whatever it is, I'm talking to the fighter in you that got you here today. Do not allow yourself to go without having to fight left. If you're feeling any of those things, if you're experiencing any of those things, please reach out and get help before you decide to do something that I have to live with, that someone that you love have to live with, that someone that you may not know who is watching you have to live with. Make the call to contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. This is your opportunity to show the fighter in you. I know you would not be here if you was not a fighter. Let me just take a second to appeal to you from a different perspective. If for some reason you don't have the fight to contact that number, then let me do the fighting for you. Reach out to me on any of my social media feeds with a simple message of "we need to talk," and I will do the fighting for you. I will be there with you every step of the way along this journey, along this fight. You need someone in your corner, I will be that person, making sure that you are ready to go for the next bout. Congratulate yourself for surviving 100% of the time. Let's talk football. What up, though, Pride Nation, and welcome back to another Field Review podcast show where we talk all things Detroit Lions, and I'm your host, Luke G. What up, though? Listen, man, I'm in a really good mood. I'm feeling good. Everything's feeling life. So let's keep it 100. If you are paying attention to the screen, it is time for the Pick'em League, which means if you look in my description, right? I mean, you can't mess this up. Not only do I have in my description the link that you can go and join, where you can put in that cool password, you can go and put in that cool username and get into the league. I got it all for you already taken care of. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is a lock dead type thing. Now, if for some reason you can't get in, that's cool. But if you want to get back in to see who really be calling these games, who really know what be going on, because I haven't won not a single damn pick'em yet. I've been beat by J-Mo. Pretty much I've been beat by every damn body. Now I think about it. Detroit Drew, everybody has beaten me in pick'em. I don't understand this. These games are weird, but it's fun as hell to just pick a winner. Not hard. There's no fantasy points. You just simply pick your winners. You can literally join right now and make all your picks for the whole season. It's that simple. It's that easy. If for some strange reason, some odd, unusual reason, you are having trouble getting into the league, let me know. But the kicker is you have to be in before the first game is played. Now, you can get in afterwards, but you're going to be missing one game. And that one game may not hurt you because I know every year somebody's going to forget. But if for some strange reason, some odd reason, you're not sure, then let me be the one to help you join in. I hope you do join the pick'ems. We have fun with it. And it's something that gives us something to have fun with. It's something that's simple and easy, and it don't take much. So I've included all of the information in there for you. So there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You can all see that and join the Pick'em League. So right now, when you get a chance, just simply join, and we get this thing going. Now, if you are already in the Pick'em League, here's the best part about it. Check your emails because you can automatically be renewed by simply going to your email and accepting the renewal invite. And just like that, you're back in it. And what I'll do is I'll go through and review. I think I'll do every 2 weeks. So that way we'll know where we stand at least every 2 weeks or every quarter of the season. and that would give us a clear-cut idea on the Pick'em League. Now, all right, here we go. We got a lot of things to talk about. Obviously, I told you this whole week I'm going to be breaking down the game against the 49ers and the Lions. I got more proof that the Lions is going to win from my standpoint. And we're going to be talking about an article where I feel that there's a level of disrespect that really should not be tolerated. And it's 100% unwarranted. Like, I don't even understand why we here with this level of disrespect, but we got to talk about it. And we're going to obviously take your questions as well. Let's see who's in the building with me. We got my man Looney Tune in the building, One Pride 40, Frank, Tim Hutchinson, Southwest Lion, Sweatbread. We got my man Jalen Breffer in the building. He says Khalif Raymond, our number 2, very interesting. Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. It's all about who's in the slot, because they're going to get more passes anyway. We got BD Buster. We got Chrome in the building, Anna Mae, Hard Work Dedication, Craig Bevins, Zach J, Marcel Edwards, Southwest Lions. We got Brandon Blockton, D-Map Zoom, Lion King, Spirit of Detroit. What's up, y'all? Had to stop. Luke G is really destroying YouTube right now. Good content, on-point predictions, and good evaluations, facts, and on facts. Had to drop a video today because this guy was taking over. Man, you doing your thing. Stop playing with me. Shout out to my man, Spirit of Detroit, a.k.a. Avery Giovanni. One Funky Lion fan is in the building. Singles Dad Club. That's one of the coolest names ever. Izzy777. We got my man, Drew. I'm probably going to botch his last name. Brochi. I know I botched it. I'm sorry. We got Bulgarians in the building. We got Motown Football. Pride Time B's in there. Shout out to him. He's a fellow YouTuber. Check out the channel. We got You Can Hate Me Now, Mackenzie in there, Lion King. We got Kyle Webb, Barberry Lion, JGB, Dosa Goodwin. Let me see. Make sure Lions leave. Make sure somebody. Who else? Buffed Up is in the building. All right. I ain't missing nobody. First things first, people. Please go and join the league. Oh, we got somebody else that showed up. Mr. Scotty the Bear. Support. We got Darian Houston in the building. What up, though? Make sure if you want the shout out, man, put it in the link. It's not hard. I'm your puppet. You know, I don't know if you ever seen that movie, but I'm your puppet. I'm going to get the BS out the way first before I get into why this game of the Lions and 49ers. I'm just going to get the BS out the way. I think that makes the most sense. I think that is the easiest part to do. All right, people, I'm going to read a headline to you. All right? I'm going to read a headline. My man Emmanuel, I'm sorry, okay, I'm going for this. Emmanuel Blanquez. It says, what up, Luke? I'll keep the noise low till later. Left aloud. With 49ers weakness, in my point of view, the secondary, which wide receivers could be worried about, don't know really any of them. And that's the problem. I think when you don't have certain film or you don't have certain knowledge, it makes the unknown scary and can be an advantage for the Lions, in my opinion. But I'm gonna give you some gems to kind of support, the thing. It says, Yo T. Wait a minute, I'm botching this all the way. How am I supposed to read this? Yo T, Miss T. Did I say that? Week 1, we lit. What up, though? So, One Pride 40 in the building. Drew says, Luke, who's your daddy? He was a really big, tall guy. Gentle giant until you pissed him off. It says, just join the Pick'em League, 100%. So, let me give the quick announcement one more time. He said, sorry, couldn't resist. The Pick'em League is up. It's up and running. It's on Yahoo. You simply go and join. All of the information is in there. The very first game, I believe, is tomorrow, where it is the Dallas Cowboys versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So you can make picks up until 5 minutes before the game. I have it set that close in case you get some information where you want to change it. You can change it. But all you're doing is picking winners and losers. Nothing else. Nothing more. Winners and losers. And each week we'll take a look at it and see who got it. So you technically have until 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard. Literally, you got time. Okay, you got over 24 hours to get into the league and join. If you missed the first game, do not panic. I guarantee you, as the season goes on, people will drop out. People will forget to put their picks in, and you have a chance to come back. This is how we get it in. This is how we have fun, and I think you guys will appreciate. Well, guys and gals will appreciate it, and I think that's 100%. Now, woo! All right, here we go. The biggest concern would be when we are in a pass situation and we have to help out Sewell. Well, we're going to talk about that and then some. Hey, Luke G, Analytics Den want to do a collab with Dose. Can you help? I will help in every way possible. In fact, I'll reach out to Dose of Dion and see if he has the time. I know that Dose of Dion has something already scheduled for tomorrow because I was going to watch it over there on the Last Second Sports. So I know he got something over there. And that should be a good one. Oh, before I forget, how can I forget this? Tomorrow, I will not be live on my channel. I will be live at 5 p.m. on Roar of the Lions UK. Their channel is linked in my description, so make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm going to be over there talking to a 49er fan about the game. This should be fun. This should definitely be fun. So the conquering lion shall break every chain the media can't have to love us. Well, it is what it is, but they go respect us after this year. I think that's 100% the truth. I am late. What we doing? We finna get the house mail out the way. The ridiculousness of some articles. I'm gonna read a headline and get you guys' reaction and tell you my thoughts. J-Mo missed about 3 weeks and came in top 3 at the end of the season. I know, bro. I didn't miss a single week and he still beat me. I'm mad as hell about it. And he talks so much trash to where he make you want to fight yourself. And so now I got to make sure that I don't give him no room to talk trash. So the question came up, what is the group ID number? The group ID number for it is 43141. That's 43141. So, and I did make sure I save it in the description. So hopefully it updates and fixes that. So that way y'all can jump in. That's awesome. Analytics Den will love that. Yeah, I'll shoot a message out to him and see if we can get that together, man. I think that'd be great. Let me see what else I got. If we shut down San Francisco run game and Jimmy has to throw, it's gonna get ugly for them real fast in that new D line. Luke, do Dallas beat the Bucks? Hell no. No. Here is the group ID if you're trying to get into it. Now, I'm going to read to you the headline that I've been saw the headline, but you know, with the holiday and then I had to go back to work, everything was chaotic. So I didn't get to go live yesterday. Yay, me, overtime, right? All right, here's your headline, people. And I'm not making this up. This is from an actual writer. Detroit Lions offensive tackle Penei Sewell is a bust already, according to ex-NFL scout. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Detroit Lions offensive tackle Penei Sewell is a bust already, according to the ex-NFL scout. Wow. How you feeling, people? Is your blood pressure still good? Are you okay? We're going to get into it. So this article is the one that I'm referencing. Now, the reason I screenshotted that headline is because they came back and they changed it to this. Former NFL scouts believe Lions O-line Penei Sewell could give up 1 to 3 sacks a game. Well. If you're wondering who this person is, his name is Daniel Kelly. All right. And let's just go ahead and go down here. So it starts off by saying that starting right tackle Penei Sewell is going to get Lions quarterback Jared Goff killed in passing situations. I don't know why they're pushing this idea that he's going to be a bust, and why he's going to just absolutely suck and stuff like that. But I can tell you this. This is strange at the very least. Now, it says speed rushers and polished pass rushers alike are going to beat Sewell. Detroit has made their second colossus mistake at right tackle in the past couple of years, and they are now stuck with Big V. I'm not going to play with that man's name. Nobody should have that many letters in their first name. I'm just not going to play with it. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Jeremy said you got to see in the sun. Holla Polyvoo, holla Polyvitae, something like that. Damn it, I'm close, right? Now, it says Vitae was another heavy-footed, big-ticket acquisition from Philly who only lasted a couple of weeks at right tackle for Detroit. The last regime quickly figured out what I already knew. Vitae lacked the necessary foot speed to make it at right tackle. Vitae was moved to the starting position of right guard with Detroit. Okay. Okay. All right. We got different reviews of this. Let me get down to this part. Generational talent with the question mark. Let's go ahead. It is now Lions' new head coach Dan Campbell and the team general manager Brad Holmes have swung and missed on Sewell. I mean, damn. All he did is play 3 preseason games. He ain't. I'm just read. I'm gonna read. It says generational talent? Question mark. Sewell is a average starting right tackle by my grading standards. A team could acquire a player like Sewell as a tier 2 free agent or in the draft during the 3rd or 4th round. Detroit desperately need help at wide receiver, and my wide receiver 2, Devontae Smith, was still sitting there when Detroit picked Sewell. See, this is where I started to get real upset because at this point, this right here lets me know why you're really upset because they didn't take this damn receiver right here. You're upset because they didn't take the receiver and they opted to complete the offensive line. That's okay. I'm going to let you speak. I want you in the crowd and the people on the chat to just simply, just understand what's going on here. All right. This is the kind of media we get. All right. All right. I just got that out of my head. It said no read on. He's upset because they didn't hire him. Oh, well, yeah, I was going to get into that, but we're going to keep going. All right. So he goes on to say, name of the game at offensive tackle is foot speed, athleticism, playing strength, and technique. And Sewell really only checks one of those boxes, playing strength. If you do not believe me, what I'm saying, or don't want to believe it, turn on Detroit's 3 preseason games and watch for yourself. Sewell Films wrote this article. Sewell is closer to being an embarrassment than he is to a generational talent. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this. He bolded that. He made sure that he put that in bold, right? This is his way of making the statement. Oh, the energy, the audacity. Mind you, we're talking about preseason, which is essentially practice. Not a game, practice, which is where you want. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone. Out of a possible 37 snaps, Sewell received a positive grade on 27 snaps. Okay, I don't. Okay, I don't know. Maybe my math is kind of messed up, but if you only received a negative grade on 10 out of your 37, I mean, that doesn't sound like a bust to me, but okay. We're just going to go along with this rant. It's obviously an angry writer. That's a 72% effective. Out of a possible 24 run snaps, Sewell received a positive grade on 13 snaps, 54% effective. Everyone except me said he was the incredible talent coming out in this draft. However, now Sewell is struggling to even hold his own on the right side of the line, and the regular season has not even started. Plus, the position of right tackle is known to be less challenging. Detroit better prepare to go into max protection when they face the 49ers. And this is why I'm starting this off, because he's so adamant. When game record Nick Bosa lines up on Sewell's side on opening day, Bosa is set up to have a field day against Sewell. Here is the scouting report on how to beat Sewell for Detroit opponents this season. Sewell is susceptible to giving up pressure and sacks against speed rushers through the back door of the pocket. He shows below average foot speed sliding out of the perimeter, and he has a tendency in those situations to easily get turned, open up the back door, and end up in chase position. Pass rushers can find success after setting him up and then switching it up and coming back hard inside with a spin back or swim move. Sewell lacks body control to recover. Pass rushers will not go through him, but they can get around him. Sewell is a very average run blocker. Now, this I mean, the level of venom, the level of venom in it, and we gonna continue. He says Sewell is a very average run blocker who shows a lazy streak, tends to do just enough to try to get by, which is not always enough. Keep coming hard against the run, and defenders will find the ball carrier. Just a big-bodied, wow, this boy's great, marginal pusher who struggles down blocking and at the second level against linebackers where he lacks body control really shows up. Now, let me get to you people in the chat. So far, let me just be clear. He's an ex-scout. We're going to say this again. He's a ex-scout. Now, I don't want to use that as the punchline, but God, can we take a second to embrace this level of venom? All of this from watching 3 preseason games. I'm going to leave it at that. I can easily destroy this, but you know what? I'll let you guys have it. Okay? Woo! I mean, it's not hard to understand. Sewell is a rookie who has only had 3 preseason games to adjust from a college to a much faster offense and skill in the NFL. Good God, man. Well, he's not done. We're going to get through this. He's feeling himself, right? He says, nobody is going to bull rush Sewell, but he is certainly not a generational talent as a starting tackle in the National Football League. Sewell, again, the venom. I want you to see this. Sewell is a bust at left or right tackle. It has nothing to do with him trying to play a new position either. His deficiencies are identical at Oregon as a left tackle and for the Lions at right tackle this preseason. Sewell is not going to be able to fix his deficiencies either. Now, see, this is where I really lost my shit. Excuse my French, my English, my Spanish, my Arabic, and any other language you could think of. But the idea to go on this rant, this long rant, to let somebody, to even allow this to be published, I want to know who's the editor. He's shameful on you for this. To let this get through and to come out and say all of that to get to this point and bold it out like you're some kind of special person. Sewell is not going to be able to fix his deficiencies either. How in the hell do you know that? That's like telling somebody who's skinny but want to gain weight or muscles, they'll never be able to do it. Based on what? What science did you use to come up to this conclusion? That's like telling somebody who's heavy set, you'll never lose weight. Why? Because you just won't. You can't fix it. This is a bunch of baloney. And the attitude that this man takes is exactly why I'm on YouTube. It's why Spirit of Detroit is on YouTube, why Dosa Dion is on YouTube, why Micro Mike is on YouTube, while all these people are on freaking YouTube because there are stupid people like this who decides to do the dumb things. Because of these kind of people, we got Roar the Lions UK, we got SpeakEZ, we got Lions on the Prowl, we got RachelMarieSports, we got 313 JEMlive. All because these people are stupid. We got an Everything King because these people are stupid. And we sit here and devour this and then show up on those same YouTube channels arguing these same weak points. Now let's continue on, because the idea that Sewell is not going to be able to fix his deficiencies, then we might as well just chalk it up to you, Scout. Right? Take the undersized receiver, because receivers are so hard to find in this draft. Okay. He says he is the big, heavy-footed player with thick, big legs, thick calves, and thick ankles, and average body control. After wasting $45 million on Vitae, now Detroit has come back and wasted a top 10 pick, and they have wasted another $24.1 million on the top of it. The past offseason, I tried to do what I could to position myself as Detroit's next GM, I would have taken Smith at 7 and given the Lions a real receiver to throw the ball to. Well, let's just go here and have a little damn fun. You know me. I tend to have a little bit of a patty streak. All right. And when I get my patty streak going on, I tend to do awkward, silly things. I mean, let's go to the diagram. Goff with Sue throwing to anybody, which we're about to see, or anybody throwing to Waddles or, say, Pitts or Smith. It's not hard. Go and ask Joe Burrow. It's not hard. Joe Burrow will be asking for an offensive line before the week 8 of the season. This does not make sense, people. You want to give him somebody to throw to? How in the hell can you throw? If you think Sewell couldn't fix the problem, who did you suggest that we take opposite? Mr. Daniel Kelly. Who do we take opposite? If we took the receiver like you said, so when are we going to fix the line? Was there somebody you had in mind that was there for us? I know hindsight is 20/20, but let me try to help you a little bit. When the hell does it make sense to take another damn receiver when we couldn't win nothing with a Hall of Fame receiver in Calvin Johnson? But all of a sudden, Smith, who is no Calvin Johnson, who is no Randy Moss, who is nobody compared to the world receivers, he's going to fix everything. If you feel that way, where's the energy that you put into it for the Eagles? Why aren't you picking the Eagles to be this great team? Because they're doing so great because they have Smith. Where's the energy at? This is the BS that sets me off, because stupid but get stupid. And then they spread this poison across. Now, I'm going to take a second to calm myself down because I got to just get to the end of this article. I just want to know, am I alone in the stupidity of this writer? You see, there's a difference between writing and a difference between simply being 100% factual and basing it on the film. That's all, just the film. That's all. Anybody with eyes can look at the film of Sewell and see that half of the things he said is laughable. Okay? And not only is it laughable, he's praying to God right now. He's praying that for some odd reason, he's right just this one time in his life. So what? That every time he wrote something, nobody read it. He just wants to be right this one time. And no matter what Sewell do, no matter who's the coach, we don't even got to talk about having Hank Fairley as the offensive line coach who took a D tackle. Stay with me, people. He took a D tackle / DN and turned him into an offensive tackle who succeeded. But he's not going to be able to do anything with Sewell. Sewell is just a lost cause. Let it go. Like the son says from Frozen, let it go, let it go. The stupid that comes from people. That's okay. This is why we are here. We're going to get this together because no one should ever praise this. He goes on to say, the past offseason, I tried to do what I could to position myself as Detroit next GM. Well, guess what? Thank God they saw through your bullshit. Thank God that they never gave you the interview. Thank God they took your application, wiped their asses with it, and refused to flush it down the toilet. They let the flies collect around the shitty paper that came from your shitty-ass article. Thank God for that. Because guess what? You look so incompetent as an ex, quote-unquote, air quotations. Yeah, you look like an asshole with this article. There is nothing in here objective. This is all your emotional opinion. You have more emotions than a freaking sad puppy. This is ridiculous. And then he goes on, right? He goes on to talk about this thing, right? Here you go. I would have taken Smith at 7 and given the Lions a real receiver to throw the ball to. And over the past 2 years, I would have saved this owner, Sheila Forham, from wasting $69.1 million in the process. And then he had the audacity for them to go back and just to give you his credentials. The first thing I said is, well, he was an ex-scout, right? Clearly, right? Daniel Kelly is a former NFL scout with the New York Jets. Who in the did you scout? Tell me, who did you scout? Who was the guy that you pounded the table for and got? He was hired on the regime which featured Bill Parcells. Let's stop right there. If you know that this guy was a Bill Parcells hire, then don't you know that, I don't know, the rest of these guys on the coaching staff come from the Bill Parcells tree? Oh, wait, they actually became something. Shocking. And you are now here. Shocking how this works. Oh, he's on the Bill Belichick and Scott Pioli. You know, there are a lot of coaches to get fired from. Just look at your resume. I mean, in fact, I can make the argument that not only is your article shit, I can make the argument that there's nothing you can do to fix it. Nothing. In fact, don't even waste any time. Am I the only one that find this absurd? Is it just me? Have I lost my mind? I'm sorry, people. I didn't mean to rant. I really came in with an attitude to be more positive, but like, what the hell? It's just dumb. I got it out of my system, though. I feel better. I feel better. Okay. I would never understand this. Now, Spirit of Detroit says, I would take another tackle too. That's fine. I had one tackle ahead of him. One. That was Slater. That's the only one I had. Am I mad that we got Sewell? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But I'm more impressed at the level of stupid that one person has the chance to do. He has the power to write this stuff, and people are going to eat it up. And it's a shame. It's disgusting. I don't even want to look. I'm not logged in. I'm not signed up with them. I don't even not look at the comments, but this is what we do on Hunt Daniel Kelly. What a joke. What a joke. Let's talk about Detroit Lions versus the 49ers. Jesus, I had to get that out of my system. God, okay. People, I apologize. If you didn't like the language that I use, I apologize. But there are times when I just can't help myself. Sometimes the stupid is too strong and I fall into the trap in the black hole of stupidity. I can't get myself out of it. I've attempted many times not to do this, but God, there's just some people who know how to do it. A bust already off of 3 preseason games. That was all you need. That was your sample size. Right. Don't take into account that he's switching positions. Right. Don't take into account that he's been out of football for almost 2 years. Right. Don't take into account he's adjusting from college speed to NFL speed. Right. Just trust you, the former NFL scout who's been fired by every damn person and whoever employed him. I got it. I'm good now. I'm good now. I feel so much better. Let's talk about this Detroit Lions game. So I continue to pound home my belief that the Detroit Lions is going to win week 1. They're going to win week 1 against the 49ers. And I tend to do this by keeping everything objective. I mean, there's no other way of doing it. You have to just keep it objective, all right? So if you are in here, you have not hit that thumbs up button or that like button, please do so before I get into this. I know that there's some 49er fans here. I know this, and I'm happy that you're here. But I also want to bring you to a point to add on to my view of why I believe that we're going to win this game. Fun fact, people. Fun fact. Did you know that Kyle Shanahan is 1-3 in opening day? Yeah. Did you know that? Did y'all know that the great 49ers head coach, Kyle Shanahan, has a 1-3 record in opening day? Shocking. Really shocking. Stay with me, people. His first season, he lose at home 23-13. His second season, he lose at home 24-20. His third season, he wins 31-17 on the road. His fourth season, 24-20 at home. Right now, as it stands, the 49ers are 1-3 on opening day, 1-1 on the road on opening day, 0-2 at home. If I were to add in the win, just adding that win into the total points, the 49ers would still only average 21 points on opening day. The Detroit Lions' magic number to win this game is 24. Actually, they get 27, it's game over. But let's just leave that. We're going to leave that there for right now. But I just want to point out simple, objective facts. I don't want nobody to call me nuts or say I'm crazy. I just want to keep it to objective facts. If I were to add in the win from those 4 games, on defense, they've given up a 22 points per game average. Right? I just want you to understand something. A 22 point per game average. The defense, if I take the win out, the defense in the 3 games they lost gave up an average of 23.6 points on opening day. All this information I'm providing is on opening day. We ain't got to agree with it, just the facts. All right? Even on opening day, the offense, this offense that everybody's claiming to put up 40 points. Remember I showed you the video where all the experts had us getting blown the hell out? Yeah, opening day, the offense right now on opening day, for all the games that they lost, averaged 17 points. 17 points. Now just think, when I added in the win, it only went up to 21. Only went up to 21. Why am I bringing this up? This is about matchups. And I believe that the best way to explore any given matchup is to be able to go through and piece by piece, pick it apart, dissect it, get into the nuts and bolts of it all, dig deep and figure out, how does a team truly win? Where must they start? How must they do it? What is his record going out east? Oh, I didn't even think to look at it, to be honest with you. But let's see. Let's go. We can go and look at it, because I'm a fair person. I really want to give every opportunity for it. So if we go ahead and go back to 2017, let's just see how many of these games that they lost. Let's see. So they lost opening day to Carolina. It's not really east, but okay. Oh, all right. That happened. The next year, who did they lose to? Minnesota Vikings. Ew. So far, he 0-1. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and keep going. Yo, this is the year they beat somebody. Yeah. This is when they went out to Tampa Bay and won after Jameis Winston served up 2 terrible turnovers at the end of the game. But okay, it's all fine. It's okay. It's okay. They got to win. And then we go to 2020. Another opening day against the Arizona Cardinals. Hell, they went next door. I'm leaving it alone. I can't make this stuff up. I'm going to leave it alone. All right. So now we already have started to see, it says Carolina. Well, I don't know. I got to think where the hell Carolina is. So technically they 0-2. I'm not a geographical person. Sorry. I suck at it. I just suck at it. Now, it says, there you go. JT Sports knew I heard something like that. First year head coaches are 2-17-1 over the last 3 years in their game openings. Yeah, because guess what? You had some of the dumbest people. Freddie Kitchens. Why? Matt Patricia. Why? People who took over teams with winning records and lost. So I like how that sounds, but we focusing on the 49ers versus them. But look at new coaches in the last 3 years in the first game. Well, let's talk about your coach. Let's talk about one Mr. Kyle Shanahan. Because if they are 3-18-1, they got 3 wins. They got 2 more wins than which your coach put up with. We're just going to keep it 100. So just saying. Now, I decided to play the matchup game. And so what I wanted to do today was to kind of just play just that. Quarterback versus quarterback. Let's start there. Jared Goff versus Jimmy Garoppolo, because I believe this is the matchup. Now, this is their entire career. And I had to do this because I didn't have enough information to cover Jimmy Garoppolo, and I wanted to be fair. So granted, Jimmy Garoppolo, if you look at this as a snapshot, you would say, oh, he got 24-8 record. I don't care about QB record, so please spare me that talk. But he played in 48 games compared to the 69 games played. Now, mind you, if you're trying to be funny, you're talking about a guy who came into the league 2014 to 2020, one from 2016 to 2020. I get it that Goff was a first overall pick. I understand all of that. But let's just look at the numbers. This man has a full 10,000 yards more than Jimmy Garoppolo. Well, Jimmy stays hurt. He probably will get hurt this game. Don't get too cocky. Okay. 51 touchdowns to 26 interceptions versus my man Jared Goff. I've said it once and I say it again. I would much rather have Jared Goff as my quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo. And it's not even close for me. When you go down and you just break it down to their seasons for the 2020 season, and you look at what happened here, you have a guy who gave you 7 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. And that's in the 6 games that he played. He wasn't even good to get started, right? Like he was not there. And then he got hurt, right? This is the excuse that most 49er fans use. We lost our quarterback. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that y'all could have brought in anybody and got those numbers in 6 games. Let's be honest. Like, seriously. And I go through and I look at it, and I had one 49er fan tell me where he got sacked a lot. And I was like, so he got sacked more than the guy who got sacked 23 times? Well, no. Well, look at his numbers, though. He got 20 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. And I'm like, cool. But this is about matchups. And so then that 49er fan decides to tell me about how this team, well, we have the better running backs. Well, challenge accepted. The a-hole in me was answering all questions. And so I decided to take this right here. And the reason I did this is because I wanted you to see 2 things. One, here's a guy that's been in the league since 2015 versus a guy who just started last year. A guy who's played in 58 games versus a guy who's played in 13. A guy who's had 282 attempts versus a guy who had 114. And somehow he's barely 1,000 and some change over this guy who never played full time. Now, this is shameful. This is shameful. His whole career, 11 total touchdowns. This guy's first year, 8. Shocking how things work, right? And then you go here. Oh, well, he's got 5.6 yards attempt. Well, he had a nice long run. We give him that. I'm not going to take that away from him. And the reception yards are pretty nice, too. I'm not going to take that away from him because this is a career snapshot with 3 touchdowns. But guess what? Here's a guy who had 10 more catches as a rookie than this guy, right? And it's only a few. I mean, not even a realistic number of yards off in receiving and 1 touchdown away. So why did I bring this up? I believe we have the better starting running back. I believe DeAndre Swift is better than Raheem Mostert. I believe that Raheem Mostert is going to be in for a rude awakening come September 12th. Now, I decided to play devil's advocate. Why would I do that? I decided to say, hey, let's see what they both did in 2020. One guy played 13 games, the other guy played 8. He has literally 10 more snaps, DeAndre Swift does, than Raheem Mostert, who only has 104, but they have the same yards. And yet, 2 touchdowns for Raheem Mostert versus 8 for DeAndre Swift. Now, this is nothing to write home about. It's not about that. The reason I did this is because this is a league of what have you done for me lately, not what you did across the entire time. I just want to know what you did for me lately. In fact, I was told that I can't do this, even though I said, isn't this what they do to create power rankings and to help you guys in fantasy football figure out who in the hell to select? They project and they use past information to make said projections. So don't tell me I'm violating some grand football rule. Now, we look at the passing game. He clearly wasn't used like that. And guess what? You know why? Because guess what? As much as he did in the passing game, you couldn't leave him in the block. You can leave Swift in the block. But I wasn't done there. I decided to go to the backups because I kept hearing about this guy named Hasty. And I said, well, damn, is Hasty going to be the backup? And some people said, no, it's going to be Trey Sermon. And I said, well, he's a rookie, right? And they're like, yeah. And I said, okay, cool. So I literally had to do this chart. And I want you to understand what this chart is. There's a logical explanation for this chart. And it's not because I want to be an a-hole, but because I'm going to explain to you what this is. Now, they have 4 running backs, and we do too. The 2 of their running backs are rookies. That's Elijah Mitchell and Trey Sermon, right? Like, I like Trey Sermon come out. I thought he was great. And so I expect for him to be a good player. I'm not going to knock the hustle on him or anything. But if I were to take those 2 rookies on top of this guy's number and put it to our backup, yeah, we still win in that department too. Clearly more carries, more games, more yards, more touchdowns, better as a receiver. Oh, and he's a better blocker. Just putting it out there. Nothing special, nothing to write home about. But in case you were wondering, you know what? Hold on. Give me a second. I'll just show you. Give me a second. Okay. All right. So here we go. I was trying to find it, but it wouldn't come up. So here we go. I'm sitting here and I'm trying to work through all of this. I'm trying to it says, and it's just the fact that the Lions have one of, if not the worst defense. Yeah, they did last year. 100% last year. We're one of the worst, if not the worst head coaches. Yeah, I mean, last year. But if we're basing it on last year, then surely these numbers are just factual too, right? I mean, this thing works both ways. We're only basing it off of last year, and we both know, and that means me and you, Josh, you know this, that, yeah, Matt Patricia wasn't that guy. Sorry. My pick'em handle is estimate 1963. All right, bet. All right. Now, let me get on down here. I want to get closer to this, and I want to make sure that this is all making sense. All right. I decided to just keep looking. I wanted to really get a grasp on it. And I started to go all the way into the college numbers, but then I said, that's just not fair. You know why that's not fair? Because some people obviously got way more touches, and the numbers were so astronomical because they were on bigger and better teams that I didn't even waste the energy to go through it. Plus, last year was an awkward year for a lot of cases to get a true measure of those games. And I wasn't going to go through because I didn't have the time to break down an even number of games for all these parties involved. But I did have time to simply go to ESPN and see how some things look. You know, just measurements like, 5'8", 205, great. 5'10", 200, awesome. And then 6 feet, 215, beautiful. But guess what? Your 4 running backs combined still don't mess with our 4 running backs. We won't even touch the 4th one too much and still will have a better running back room than the 49ers. Now, the reason I'm not mentioning the line is because that's for a different show, a show that I'm going to have to discuss when I talk to who? A 49ers fan, and my brother is over there on Roar of the Lions UK as we discuss the Lions and 49ers game tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern on Roar of the Lions UK channel. So please make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you can know when we go on live to talk some football. Now, why am I bringing up the quarterback and running back? That's what I want to use for this. Why am I bringing them up, that matchup? Because when you look at this, obviously we know what the ideas of people's defense is going to be. But I have to believe that these running backs are going to live up to a certain standard. I know that my running back was never given a full starting role. Even when the veteran Adrian Peterson was like, he should have been the starter and not a compliment. But nope, you can't tell Matt Patricia that, because he's a rocket scientist. And rocket scientists know that if you drink rocket fuel, you not only go to the moon, you literally go to heaven because you will die. It is something you don't do. But you can't tell Matt Patricia that because he's so smart, so much smarter than everyone else. So I decided to just ask a few more questions to keep it objective and to keep it fair to the matchups. Nothing else, nothing more. Keep it simple, all right? I looked at all these different pieces and I said, dang, they did a good job rushing the ball. They had some key parts where you get excited for them and you like, dang, they might be able to do this. And the 49ers might be able to do that. And then I remember something, that it's the 49ers. And not that I think that they're just a bad team, but that they lost coaches. They lost valuable, important coaches that you cannot get that if that experience back. And at the end of the day, I walked away feeling even more confidence, knowing that this guy is not very good on opening day, knowing that this team has a number of different situations that's going to affect the way that they play. What I can tell you is this: the Lions, who comes into it with a home field advantage, the Lions, who comes into it with the advantage of being on the East Coast and having to play at 1 o'clock because they can get up at, I don't know, say noon, get to the stadium by, say, 12:30 and be ready to rock and roll. It's good for them. The other guys, they're going to have to play the get-up game, and it's going to be early and going to take some time to get up. But that's to talk about the other part of it. You then have to look into the crowd effect. You got to look into the fact, opening day, crowd effect. And guess what? Here's the other part of it. There's no film on the Lions and a lot of key players that's going to play on Sunday. So good luck game planning for them. Okay, you're at a disadvantage when trying to do that. There's tons of film on what the 49ers is going to do, and that's the part that shocks me. Now, we have 100 people in the chat. I got 47 thumbs up. Can I please get some love, people? I simply just want to bring the information to you. Shoot me, kill me later, or just join my Pick'em League and talk trash to me as you pick all the games correct and I pick them wrong, and then you can clown on me afterwards. Just putting it out there for good sakes, okay? What's going on, Jimbo G? My man JT Sports says, I don't think chip blocks, one of the best pass rushers in the league, is going to work. Sue had to play well outright. Okay, see, here's the thing. Everybody seems to think that the Lions are just going to mysteriously play into the hands of the 49ers' strength. We're just going to magically just pass the ball. Right. Like they just keeping 4 running backs to magically pass the ball. If that happens, you're going to see me lose my crap about Anthony Lynn. And that's not going to go over well because this ain't the time to be the smart guy in the room. It's the time to just be the smart guy. You don't got to be the smart guy in the room, just the smart guy, because that way, my sir, that is the way you beat this team. Run the ball at them. It ain't like they out here killing them like that with this defense. Let's be honest. They're going to have to play a lot of run defense. And if you're doing certain things like putting Greenlaw on TJ Hockenson, good luck with that. Our receivers will beat your corners, and it will make you look bad and pathetic, and it's not cute. It's not going to be fun for you. Now, I'm doing this all objectively because I'm looking at the pieces. All right? My man SpeakEZ, he says, what kind of hocus pocus is my guy Luke on? Hit me up later. I'm going to hook you up. We're going to get you up to speed. And you'll be talking about it come Monday. Trust me. All right. So Bosa might not be healthy. That's another part of the game that people don't realize. He could be playing a little bit hurt, but I don't care if he is. I want him 100%. I want him to be 100%. I just don't think that the idea that, your chip block won't save it. No, they're not going to chip him all the time. There's going to be times where he's going to get one-on-one with them. But guess what? A running back can still be in a block. They're not going to do too much crazy stuff. They're going to find ways to get you over pursuing and doing things. Now, we got to just go through all the different matchups. Kinlaw is going against the best center in the league, Frank Ragnow. Well, we can't talk about that one, Pride 40. How dare us actually give ourselves some praise? I mean, all we can do is make all the excuses for why we're going to get blown out from a team who literally on opening day averages 17 points if in all of their losses and 21 if you add in a win. Yeah, that'd be the way to win it. I mean, even in their own numbers, if you simply take the average number for the number of points that they score and the number of points they give up, they still lose 22-21. That sucks to be the case for an opening day team. Not my opinion, just the facts. And then you go out and get a guy like Josh Norman to do what? Josh Norman ain't been good since it's been that long. It's been a long time, okay? So let's keep talking about it, all right? 49ers don't have no cornerbacks outside of Verrett. Well, you don't got to tell me that. Good luck trying to hear the snap count. Oh, and getting a pass from Jimmy G. That's a bad man. He's a bad man. Shameful at how this is going to work. They're going to try to protect them. They're going to try to run the ball, and I think our run defense will stop them. I just think they will. I think the way we're set up is it's going to work out well, and Kyle Shanahan will be adding another loss to his home opener. It's unfortunate. But when you point these things out, most people are going to say it's fake, and they want to give you stats that don't have anything to do with it. So, San Francisco is a top 7 worst team. We have a very good chance to beat them and have same problems the media accuse us of having. I think 49ers and the Lions are an equal team in every aspect. I mean, I would take our quarterback over Jimmy G. I would take our running backs over them. I would take our offensive line over them. I would take their linebackers over ours. But that our D-line, I'm taking everything else. I'm taking the D-line, and I'll take our secondary. I'm just being honest. Now, I'm not trying to be mean, just saying. Luke doesn't think Carolina is east of San Francisco. I don't know. Listen, I never told you I got good grades in geography. I never said that. What I said is I played football. Maybe I took too many hits to the head and my GPS and my brain got off. But damn it, I don't know. I'm just simply asking. I only went to go to the point because he asked me to look at it, and I was hoping maybe you can tell me. But damn it, don't give me so much heat. I'm sorry. I think y'all backs kill us in the passing game on the flat, shoot, and swing routes because we appear to be weak outside the hashes at the line of scrimmage. Okay, I mean, that's fair enough. It says, him and Deion got my ass. Don't lie. All I simply did was allow you to speak your truth. And whether you knew it or not, you was always going to speak that truth. Speaking of which, if you want to join, let me know. I'll get you in here. Right? All right. So the Lions will win 10 to 13 games this season, y'all. This is something that Jimbo G has been saying all day. Detroit's on Big Will has been saying 10-7. So there are certain people who have put their mark on video at the video saying that this is where it's going to be. And I respect that. But God, it's amazing to me. Now, Spencer Waddle says, I love how the media will hype up Matty P and even some fans, but they somehow think we are worse when Dan Campbell won 5 games as an interim and a crappy team before. Well, you know what? When you got people writing crappy articles like that, that's what happens. That's exactly how it goes down. You know what I'm saying? I wish I can say something different, but it ain't nothing else. Says geography is everything. Damn it! Don't tell me that. Now I got to go practice on geography. Crap! Shout out to my my brother and from over at Roar of the Lions UK, my man Steve. Steve says if we stop Kittle, we win the game. I have zero fear of their receiving corps. Me neither. I don't even. There's nothing about their receiving corps that's better than ours. Nothing. There's no way that somebody could convince me. And I showed this previously in another video where I'm like, hey. Where is this receiving corps that you guys are talking about that's supposed to be so good? Like Deebo Samuel, he was hurt. Oh, okay. We got a player who can be similar. I don't really care. There is no threat in that area for me. Luke, as bad at geography as he is pronouncing my name. Damn it, you are right. You got me there. It's fair enough. I'll take that criticism. It is what it is. Carolina is on the East Coast, below Virginia and above South Carolina. Anybody can do that with Google. Go Lions. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. It's an equal teams. What the hell? You got them big Homer glasses on. Where are they? Where is the separation at? Seriously, Emmanuel. Right now, Emmanuel, send me your Twitter. I will literally bring you on so you can tell me where's the separation. Really? Are you taking Jimmy Garoppolo over Jared Goff? Seriously? Like, let's be honest. You're taking Morissette over DeAndre Swift. If you want to tell me Kittle is better than TJ Hockenson, I'll go, okay, slightly, but okay. You want to argue with me that their offensive line is better? Let's debate that. You want to tell me that their defensive line is better? Let's debate that. I'm literally open invitation. I'm just telling you, they're similar teams. They're very similar in a lot of ways, no matter what it is. So I'm just putting it out there. And I think if you saw it, you would be able to see it. My man James Larkin said, would it be a surprise if the Lions and the Spartans win 9 games? Ooh, I'm gonna get real petty. That happens. I'll be on here giving y'all all kind of business. Everybody who was telling me how nuts I am, like, remember you told me that I was batshit crazy. And yeah, I just want to remind you of your prediction. So yeah, I mean, no, it is what it is. I think when you win this game, you gotta have the thick skin to have fun with it. People are going to correct you. People are going to let it be known that, yeah, I don't agree with you. And I think that's fine. And I don't say everything that's right all the time. I've been wrong before. I could be wrong about this game, but everything lined up. Everything being equal and fair tells me the Lions wins this game. The advantages are there. The intangibles, the history, it's all in favor for the Lions to win this game. And I don't even think it's close. I don't. That's the scary part about it. I don't even think it's close. And I wish that I could, because I would. And I'll tell you right now, if this game was played anywhere else, like let's say for example we had to play at a universal location, or a neutral location, or let's say If you had to go play in San Francisco, I would not be picking the Lions to win this game. I really would not. Just because I think that opening day crowd is going to be ridiculous. I think they had some kind of statistical study I heard this morning where there have been over 10 separate fights at these games. It just is what it is. Anime say, just having fun, Luke. Where is Alaska? Oh, wow. You really went there. If you bring up a map, I might be able to point it out. But me and geography, no. But if I get somewhere one time, I guarantee you I can get there again, over and over. 49ers might have the worst receiving core in the league. Don't tell these writers this. Don't tell the writers this. So just keep it 100, right? All right. Now let's not be disrespectful to our 49er brethren. Okay, we don't want to do that. We want to have a good, classic conversation. Keep it objective. See, what he can't do, he's going to have to find a way to keep it objective. In other words, he's going to have to be able to show me where I can get this information. And if he do it, he got it. Easy. I sent you the link. Did you really go with Eat the Cake Anime? I can't believe you. The shame that you have is unheard of. Jesus. Will you be at the game? No. So I was planning on going to the game. I had a ticket offered to me, but I wanted to take my son. And if I can't take my son, then I just decided, nope, I'll watch the game with my son. I'm big on father-son moments, and so, nope, I won't be going. And my son got to go with me. Let's see. Let me go down a little bit. Again, easy. Link is sent to your IG. I sent it to you. And at email. What the hell? That's a long. Okay, I'm finna do it though. Damn it, I'm doing it, Emmanuel. Don't you leave me hanging. I'm freaking doing it. Don't you leave me hanging. Let me see. I'm gonna find him. He got that. Yeah, that's a long ass handle, bro. Like, why in the hell is it so long? All right, let me get it together. Let me get it together. Because I'm finna see if I can find you. I gotta play with this. I gotta make sure I look at it. So I'm at 8666. What the hell? All right, let me see. I mean, dude, you gotta change your handle. 3768. All right, let's see if I can find them. All right, that didn't work. What the hell? All right, let me try something else. I genuinely tried to find you, and I couldn't. Oh, you know what? It helps to be in the right area. I suck at this social media thing, so y'all please forgive me. There you go. I found you. I'm following you right now. All right. So now I'm following you. And I think it'll let me send you. No, you got to follow me back so I can send you a message. So follow me back. You'll see it. And then I'll be able to send you the link. All right. This is why I love football, because I really do want to hear a different perspective. My man SpeakEZ showed up in the building. What up, though?
What up, though, Luke? Thanks for having me, man.
Now, listen, man, you all over the place. First of all, let me do a quick shout out to my man Matthew Ferg, man. That interview he did with you in the articles he's been writing has been a breath of fresh air. It's almost as if though he knew that we needed a hot new take from a perspective that we can follow. And he been dropping fire, man. So shout out to you for getting in there looking like the celebrity you are.
Man, that was crazy. I appreciate the opportunity. That was super dope, man. I can't wait for that to come out and show my family. And I mean, I emailed him. I'm like, yo, like, I'm gonna show this to my kids. You know, hopefully my kids are proud enough to show it to their, you know what I'm saying, the rest of the family, and your name's attached along with it. So I mean, it's only fitting, man. You and Matt.
Listen, he writing stuff that, like, not only is it entertaining and funny, I love how he put the a little spin at the end. I'm gonna say that so people can go and check it out. What the hell is this? Wait, Emmanuel, did you accept it yet? If you did, shoot me a message because I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Yeah, I don't see it. So send me a message because I sent you the link, so I can send you the link. All right. So listen, I know you think I'm full of hopium, but with all the evidence I have laid out, you still are not buying that the Lions win Week 1.
I think you can make the case and evidence when you compare roster to roster. Like I could definitely see that, but and I may have missed this part because I hopped in if I got out of work and got in the car. But the coaching, I feel like you can't really discredit, Shanahan's history of coaching. He's always had a great offense. Now the defense stuff I get, they lost a defensive coordinator. I think Nick Bosa is going to be a dog no matter what, defense scheme and what like that he's in. But Shanahan himself, he's an offensive genius, man. And everywhere he's been able to make it work. And we have a very unproven defense, man.
Okay. Let me just be devil's advocate, right? I just want to be devil's advocate for this one. Let's say I'm buying what you're putting down. We're talking about his history of being a coach, right? What about that opening day history? Because guess what? You know who else had a crappy opening day history? Matt Patricia. It didn't bode well. I'm not saying that he's Matt Patricia, but I'm just saying sometimes history just is what it is. And if you're not very good on your opening day, that we can't ignore that. Why would I overlook that information on an unusual season this is going to be? Because this is going to be the first time we get fans back. So why would that be the case?
I'm excited. I mean, I don't really I guess I'm not really looking at opening day history. I'm looking at coaching history. I mean, opening day stuff, sure. But if you're considering like that type of stuff, you gotta look at, Aubrey Pleasant's and Jared Goff's, coaching history and taking L's to the Niners, most recently. But look, man, you do this shit, man. Luke, you are so damn good at selling some stuff. I tell you this all the time, on and off air. Like you can sell some shit because you got me thinking like,
I'm not selling anything but the truth. I gave you all objective facts. These are concrete things that you can look at. He's 1-3 in opening day, and as you see right now, it's not good against East Coast teams. In fact, I didn't even go and look. I should have did it. I should have went and looked out of curiosity. I'm gonna go and look right now because I really want to know, like, what time were all these games played? If this at 1 o'clock, that's further proof that they're going to have some conflict with a drunk crowd. A drunk crowd.
But man, I hope fans are there to turn up, man. They better turn up. It's the first game back.
Listen to this. His first game on the road, he lose to the Carolina Panthers. That game, they did him a favor and played it at 4:25 p.m. The next year, right? He lose to the Minnesota Vikings, right? 24-16 or 24-17, right? And that game was played at 1 p.m. They couldn't even break the 20-point mark. The next year, oh my God, that game is played at 4:25 and he gets a win. So he made an adjustment with Tampa, right? Tampa in 2019.
Was that last year?
2019. In 2020. In 2020, he went against the Arizona Cardinals, bro. They gave him another game at 4:25. They be trying to help him out. It just didn't work. Another opening game where they have most of their horses, more set in that game with Jimmy Garoppolo, all in that game last year, just last year, most recent history. And I'm still waiting on my man's Emmanuel there you go. He finally followed me back. So now I should be able to send him a message. And if he haven't sent me one, and send him the link. Let me look. Probably not. Let me see. Nope, I got to go back and research him. So let me go back and research him so I can send him a link. I really want him to come on so we can talk about it because I think this is how football is supposed to be. We don't got to be always beefed out and be like, oh yeah, this is not right. I'm just gonna stick to the facts, nothing else.
Is he a Niners fan?
Yeah, he's a Niners fan.
Oh,
I think he sent me a message because I suck at this. You know, me and social media don't do well.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, now I'm finna send you the link. Make sure when you join, Okay, make sure when you join, you're using the same username that you have on YouTube. Okay, so you want that same username that you got on YouTube. All right. So let me give you this. I'm finna send you the link right now. And shout out to him for being brave enough to do this. Hey,
real quick, shout out to you, bro. Every day you giving us some great ass Detroit Lions content for the free, out of your own personal time, man.
I appreciate it. I don't want the money. I feel like we all fans, right? We all love football. Why not have fun with it? I'll find some kind of way. If people want to donate, I'll find some way to put money to good use. Give it to a charity or something. Somebody that can really help change somebody's life. I just want to talk ball. I love football. Like, I can talk this all day, every day, 24/7. The link has been sent to Emmanuel. He'll be here shortly. And again, I'm just trying to give it objective free football. Also, if you have not heard and you just came in late, my Pick'em League is up and running, which means you have now still over 24 hours to join. Essentially, go into the description. All you have to do is look in the description. And when you go into that description, you will see the name of the league. I will give you the group ID if it's not showing, which I don't know why it's not. The password, you join, use your name as it appears on YouTube. And all you got to do is pick winners and losers. It's nothing special. Winners and losers. And you can talk as much trash as you want to me. Every week that I botched a bunch of picks, bro, let me tell you. So we did this last year, right? J-Mo missed like two or 3 weeks, right? 2 or 3 weeks he missed and still beat me. He talked so much trash. Oh, my God. J-Mo had me over
talking
here.
Trash? Never.
J-Mo, I know. I know. So, but we waiting on my man Emmanuel to come in here so he could defend his 49ers. But I'm not even trying to sell nothing. I'm literally looking at the information that's out there and saying, hey, sure, it is what it is. It says, give it to your kids, Luke. Save it for them. I should, but you know what? My kids, I'm blessed to take care of my family. And there's some people out there right now who don't have a home or who don't, have food for their kids. I would rather take that money, buy groceries for somebody for the month or something. So I'm going to figure out a way to make it work to where I can help people and share their story without directly telling you who the person is and doing it. And that's not me boosting or what's the word, capping. I'm not capping or anything like that. I'm literally serious. It's something I've been doing my whole life. Every Christmas Eve, we go to homeless shelters and soup kitchens, and we serve food to the homeless humbly, and do a number of different things and donate to try to help people out. It's just something that I'm passionate about. So that's all it is. So,
I mean, Spirit Detroit said acknowledge history. I acknowledge history, but I'm saying you got to acknowledge the other history goes along with it. I mean, it goes both ways. There's pieces of history that are in favor of us, and there's pieces of history that aren't.
All right, let's see. Let me make sure I ain't missing nothing. Luke could talk Perry been into catching the pass. Probably. Let's see. The Patriots used to start 2-2 and win the Super Bowl. That's history. Every Super Bowl. Why is he speaking if he doesn't want to acknowledge the fact that the 49ers was a 6-win team last year? Yeah. Well, he's going to join us, and I can't wait for him to jump in here. And as soon as he jump in and he's ready to go, we can chat it up. I really want to talk about it. He said I can sell. What's up?
He's my man. Emmanuel's in the mirror like Eminem before in 8 Mile. He puked in the sink, getting ready to put on the show.
Hey, no, listen. I got to talk to. So last night I went on late. Last night I dialed into Last Second Sports and talked to another 49ers fan. Even he had to admit, like, all right, good points. And I'm like, I'm just pointing out the things that I see that are different, that are significant. And that's just 100% on how I see it. And then tomorrow I'm gonna be on with Roar the Lions UK, and it's gonna be a 49er fan there. And I'm pretty sure when I tell him, hey, we're beating you, he's gonna be like, what? No way. And I'm gonna be like, okay, well, let's talk about it. So that's how it is. It says, why you only want to take one son to the game? You should take all of them. Well, my youngest one is at the terrible 2 stage. And the only thing I'm going to get out of him is toss popcorn and tantrums right now. If Sesame Street ain't on, he ain't for that life. He ain't for it. So that's why I wouldn't take him right now. And I'm pretty sure you know what, because you got you a toddler too, right? Easy? Did I lose you?
Yeah, I literally was just asking someone today at work, like, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yep.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I might be
what?
delayed. No, I was talking to someone at work about that today.
Bruh,
if it's not Coco Melon, you don't want none. You don't want to do it.
Bruh, what? Man, bruh, Coco Melon, listen, he can be in a full tantrum and Coco Melon come on and it ceases. It stops. 100%. Y'all it's need like go at this clown. RD7. I don't even know who that is. If at Luke G is raising money for charity, he needs to raise some dollars to get Daniel Kelly laid so he stopped writing this shit. Listen, that was have you seen that article, bro? Have you seen that article where he's like breaking down Sewell and he's like Sewell's a bust already? I'm like, what? And he's doing it behind the ex-scout mantra. You know,
who's doing that?
Oh my God, his name is Daniel Kelly. He wrote this whole article basically saying why Sewell was going to be a bust. He said the Lions made a mistake. They should have took Smith, the receiver out of Alabama, over Sewell, and they would have been better off.
That dude's tripping. You know what? I want to see all the things that he was saying about Sewell before preseason.
Oh, he's supposed to be an ex-scout. That's I don't know what the hell that is.
Well, maybe he's ex for a reason.
Right. 49ers believe in the old faithful, but yeah. Luke G, am I trying to work? It says, I am trying to work with Roar of the Lions UK for a college perspective article. If you could let them know, I am all right. Well, I'm pretty sure I just did because I'm pretty sure they're in here. I know Steve is here, and I'm pretty sure Matt is listening. So, yeah, check it out, man. I'm pretty sure they're in here. They now know. He says, and he said he got a 3-year-old as well, bro. It ain't you can't take no 3-year-old to no football game. They gonna be on 10. Oh my God, I got the 2-year-old. He tearing my house the hell up. So let me switch gears a little bit. Because I'd be checking out y'all work over there on Woodward Sports, right? And I'm still waiting on my main menu to get in here. I don't know what's going on. Let me figure out what's going on with him.
He puked down his mom's sweater, mom's spaghetti.
It's my meatball, mom's spaghetti. It's nervous and on the surface.
Just call him ready to drop bombs.
No, I think he's gonna join. He just gotta put his name in. He probably looking for a photo. Knowing him, he probably want to put something cool to the 49ers in there. So I ain't mad at it. And if that's what he's doing, then hey, who am I? But I think he gonna come in here ready to talk some ball. So let me ask you this, man. So we've been watching a lot of football, obviously, and again, we had over 100 people in the chat. Only got 59 thumbs up. Can I get it closer to 75? We still got 90. What is 92? So can I get it closer to 75? I would very much appreciate it. 100%. But I watched one of y'all videos recently, bro, and so it was one of the live shows, and they was talking about Jared Goff. What is this infatuation with everybody in this idea that Jared Goff is just a failure? Why is the energy so strong on him being a failure? What am I missing?
I mean, I think it's more of an eyeball test thing. You know what I'm saying? When you look at him, he just doesn't really exude greatness at any one thing. But, with that being said, in the same breath, you have Tom Brady, who I don't think you could tell me one thing he's better at than any other quarterback that makes him the greatest and allows him to keep winning games. And Slay's the one who actually pointed out to me he just makes the right play. And I'm thinking, maybe Goff's just that type of dude. He's not going to look.
I've been saying that for years. He's a game manager. He just make the right play. Don't do too much. Don't do too little.
Yeah, and then that could be what Goff is, And sometimes, look, goddamn, as much as I discredit him at times, and I hate to even sound like a hater sometimes about Tom Brady, but he got there not being a dumbass, and maybe that's what we got in Jared Goff. I'm hoping that's what we got in Jared Goff, but you know how I feel about the contract situation.
Well, as he said he would. And he didn't. He said you got him messed up with that mom spaghetti. He came ready to talk. My man Emmanuel joined the show. Emmanuel, you there?
Yes, sir.
Emmanuel. All right, there he is. Emmanuel is there. Emmanuel, just for the people who don't know, you are a 49ers fan, correct?
Yes.
All right. And you're going to tell me, when I said that the teams are essentially the same, you're going to tell me why they are not. I am all ears. The floor is yours.
Like I start off with by just saying I think we both, kind of have a biased point of view because one, we, see our teams, more. But just looking at Shanahan's scheme as a whole, I mean, you look at a guy like Deebo Samuel, that's a receiver, and he has a lot of running back qualities to himself. He's hard to bring down. And the end arounds they run with him makes him a better player than just, seeing him as a wide receiver. Ayuk, I think, he's a guy that people are sleeping on, but, he's our guy that can spread the field. You look at running backs, yeah, they might not be the biggest names, but, these guys are, once again, a product of that great system that Shanahan runs. Excuse me. I mean,
so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a brief question, because you were talking about that same system that they run, right? And you was talking about Shanahan's greatness. How do we overlook the history of his opening day as a coach? And it's not just year one. We're talking year 2, year 3, year 4. How do we overlook this?
It's definitely something to keep in mind. I would not, say it isn't. He does have him and Jimmy G as well are slow starters. But, 1 year was without Jimmy G. He's running CJ Mullins out there. CJ Beathard out there. So that makes, a huge difference as well. But like I said, I think they'll.
But these games right here. These games right here, I'll show you. These games, you literally had your starters in there. You had Jimmy Garoppolo. You had Matt Breida, and you had Morissette, and y'all still took L's. I can show you it.
Like I said, it's a funny thing. Like I said, it's looking at history, but is that going to totally, you can't just say one game at the beginning of a season is going to be, a reference for every first game in the future. It's just something I don't really correlate.
Okay, but is it fair to say? But is it fair to say if something happens more than once, that there's a good chance that that's a pattern? So we got he's 1-3 in 4 years in opening day. That's a pattern.
I won't totally dismiss it like I told you earlier. Yes, but like I said, I just think these guys that that had a few years now in his system, it's that much easier for a lot of these guys that have grown underneath that system. And they're just a better team than those 3-4 years prior. That's why I say you can't really, just like I put in the post earlier, I look at the Detroit Lions as, basically where we were at when Shanahan took over, a team that, whenever I had said, I believe it was a couple of days ago, a little comment about, basically like when you make cuts, it's a lot tougher as each year goes on for that staff, when you're over here getting more and more talent. So that's why I say with the Lions, like they're coming in with a good coach staff, but it's gonna take time. Number one, when they go and they coach their first game, throughout that game, they're gonna be learning stuff, about themselves the same way. So I think that's a big reason why you see a lot of these, new coaches. I understand some of them are bad, but just like I said, it's also part of it.
Well, first of all, let me just thank you for coming on. Apparently, Bo Garris wants you to teach me how to pronounce the damn receiver's name. What is it? Ayuk? Ayuki?
Ayuk. Yeah, Ayuk.
Ayuk. Yes, I'm not the one that gave him the name. Don't judge me for these strange names. I don't name these people. I don't know how to. I suck at names. I'm gonna be honest with you.
For sure.
Secondly, I could not appreciate you more coming on, being willing to come in the den. So I'm gonna give you a chance to talk to SpeakEZ, because he said you was having an Eminem moment. You was nervous on the surface. You was puking and everything. He said you wasn't ready. I'm gonna give you a minute to talk to him. Easy, you still with us, right?
Yeah, I'm at a gas station right now.
Oh, you gassing them up, huh? you gassing them up. But let's be honest. Why? Tell me right now, open floor. I'm not going to say a single word. I just want to know, why do you think the 49ers win this game?
I mean, there's a lot of elements I look at. Like I said, starting with the running game. I mean, it's going to be, I think, a difficult task. When you look at those linebackers for Detroit, I mean, they're going to have their hands full when they're running them zone plays and they're bouncing it to the outside. It's going to be, a handful for them. Like I said, Debo is just basically another guy you got to worry about coming out of that backfield. You got Kittle. That's going to be, like I said, this dude is a guy that not only is just a catching tight end, but he loves to run block. That's something that you watch a video of him. This dude lives for that. And like I said, O-line, I would say our right side is, the spot that can be attacked. But on the other side, if you have, Trent Williams and Kittle right next to him, that's going to be a lot for any, D-line to handle. And like I said,
a lot of people
go back to coaching as well.
A lot of people want to know, are where you at? Because they hear the birds in the back. So where you at?
Scouting the Seahawks.
That's a who?
I'm just in my backyard. In my backyard. I was in my man cave.
Easy coming through. That's a Seahawk. Hey, that's it. So you nervous as a 49er fan when the Seahawks come through. So Emmanuel, tell me this, man. What state you in?
Texas, Houston, Texas.
Okay. Oh, now I know why them birds that damn loud. Because this is around this time of the day.
Yes,
it's a lot of bugs. It's a lot of bugs flying around, and they do flock and eat those little bugs and stuff. So, okay, it makes sense. All right. So let me ask you this: What do you see as the 49ers' weak point? Like, what is the thing that you look at the 49ers and you go, "Oh, that might be some concern"?
No question, defensive backs. No, I'm not one to try to overplay that. The defensive back is definitely the question mark. Like I always say, your defensive back, their best friend, is a good D-line. And when that D-line can go and get that pressure up front, it makes them DBs, a lot better. But it's definitely the weak point.
Now, Troy says he thinks the 49ers wins because of Kittle and Bosa. I think Bosa does what Bosa do, but it won't be enough for them to win the game. And I think Kittle is probably not going to be that big of a factor. I think he'll have his general numbers, but not that big of a factor. Do you see? Give me the scenario that you see where the Lions could beat the 49ers. I just want to try to keep it as objective as possible.
Definitely. I would have to say running game. Like I say, once again, there's not nothing, speaking down on the Lions, but receivers, I've heard really not of too many of them. And so I would say running backs, but once again, they're going against good D-line. And something not too many people have spoke of, Fred Warner, he's one of the top guys, doing it out there. So that's going to make it difficult. But I would say that combined with, the most obvious thing, which is winning the turnover battle.
Okay.
They can somehow get a, 3-1 margin, then, that definitely keeps them in the game.
Man, again, I'm on with a 49ers fan, Emmanuel, who is not afraid to jump on and talk about his team. He said, damn that, what you not going to do is keep coming at my team with all this heat. I'm just dropping the objective facts. But, easy. You done pumping that gas? I don't need you blowing nothing up now. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, for sure. Easy. You got anything you want to ask him as it pertains to the 49ers? Because he feels confident in his team. I think it's a little bit closer than he's giving credit to. But is there anything you want to ask him in particular?
I mean, as he should, man. Like I really like Shanahan as a coach, man. But you asked the question I had, is what's the weakness you're concerned about? And he spoke on the cornerbacks, which I have to kind of agree. Like our receivers got to prove it. I won't say they have yet to prove it because they haven't really been given the space or floor to prove themselves. So we'll see Sunday, man. Like if you talk about rosters on paper, it sounds a lot closer. But when you attach the resume of Shanahan, that's when it leans heavily towards the Niners, in my opinion. But We'll see, man.
See, I think it's gonna come down to whose rushing attack can really establish the run versus the run defense for both teams. And I think I just don't see Morstead as a full-time starter. I don't feel comfortable with him being a full-time starter. I don't see where he's.
We got Sermon too.
But you don't have to be. That's the thing.
But that's my point. They're going to be playing musical chairs.
This is what Shanahan has been doing for years. Is he can, with that run game, the way he operates it, he's able to have 2-3 running backs that can come in and give a certain dimension to it. And that's why you see with Mostert, he's going to be the guy that's going to be on the perimeter, and then you could bring a Trey Sermon or JaMychal Hasty in that are better, inside the tackles. So that's the way that Shanahan would rather have it than to have a premier back there.
Okay, so you think it's going to be more so about how Shanahan wants to go about attacking it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me have a little fun with this. All right. I just because I have to do it. What do you if you were a betting man, right? Like you had a chance to triple your money. You just had to bet. Are you betting on the 49ers winning this game for real?
Me, definitely. No doubt.
Really?
Oh, if we're going to win the game? I don't understand how that's a surprise.
No. What I'm saying is, are you willing to bet your money that they're going to win this game? Like, in other words, you're like, I feel really confident that the 49ers are going to win.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at. Listen. Sometimes you got to push it to see how far they willing to take it. Now, what I'm going to do, to be fair, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to come back on after the game. So if I'm wrong, feel free to let me have it. Go full flash in, be like, what I tell you, I told you. You feel free to let it all out.
Can I ask something real quick?
Go ahead.
It'll be both ways.
What starters are returning? What starters are returning this year that you guys didn't have last year due to all the injuries? I know you guys.
That's a long list right there. I mean, you look at just of course, quarterback obvious, but I mean, you go from the D line with you had Bosa basically out the second game, Armstead out the second game, Kittle missed a big chunk, Debo missed. I mean, they led the league by far in missed games played due to injury. It was not even close to the second team behind them. So I can just keep on going. Mostert, he was out, I believe, 7-8 games. They were just riddled with injuries, throughout the whole year. So to get 6 wins and to also still maintain a top 10 defense, I look at all those, as pluses. One thing like I will say about my team, and that's why I go back to when I said earlier about the turnover margin. Jimmy G is a guy that does, scare me. I'm not gonna lie, but that's why I also believe with Shanahan's system, he's not gonna want if you see Jimmy G throwing more than 25 passes, then that means the chances of y'all winning goes way up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who would you rather have,
keep him in
Jimmy
that 15 to 25 range? I'm not too confident in either one. I would have to say it's really close. Like I said, when Goff had his best years, it's when he had Gurley back there, and I don't see him. And you could run a lot of that play action, and it just made him a better player on the move. So I'm interested to see how y'all's offense does look, but I mean it's pulling straws for me. Either one of those guys.
Shout out to my man D Williams who says, Luke, the bird flocks and catch the ketchup splatter from the exploding ketchup bottle in the trunk. I don't know why they think this is the Get Indicted hotline, but I have no clue what he's talking about. And I never even liked ketchup. In fact, the only time I ever seen ketchup is on commercials or when somebody mentioned it. I don't even like ketchup, so let's put it out there. Also, if you are already in here, we have 104 in the chat. I have 67 thumbs up. Can I get it closer to 75 as possible? If you haven't hit that like button, please do so. I would very much appreciate it. Listen, let's just go ahead. I'm going to give you one of the best questions I can come up with for you because I think it's important and it's valid. All right, let's be fair. All right. If the only reason you saying that they're going to win because you're a 49ers fan?
I mean, like that's what I started when I got on here, saying I think we both come from a biased point of view.
Oh no, I'm
listen.
I chewed out my team in a win. like we won the game,
no question.
and I went off. I was like, bro, if Stafford play like that, we ain't gonna do nothing. I was ticked. I didn't like what I seen, and I went off in a win. So I really do take the biases out of it, but I can understand what you mean. Where it's like it's got to be some form of bias in there because I'm obviously reporting and and watching.
It's also just a familiarity with your team, with that team. You see them, throughout practices and, training camp, stuff like that. So you're still going to have that, even though might not, I understand where you're coming from. After you're still going to be objective after a game, win or lose, but there's still that knowledge of your team, knowing more. So it's going to, it's going to be in there somewhere.
No, I get it. At this point, I don't know how much time you got, Emmanuel. You got time to take some questions from the people in the chat who probably want to ask you some questions. Please keep it respectful, people. Easy, you got a little bit of time to take some questions. Yeah, man, absolutely. Go ahead.
So outside of like the guys coming back from injury, what other additions to your team, like free agents and rookies, should the Lions fans be wary of when they step on the field?
That's a really good question.
I mean, I'd have to go with Trey Sermon being the obvious one. I like what he brings to that running back group. JaMycal Hasty is good and all, but he has games where, he's like I said, it was his first year, I believe, last year. They actually got good playing time, but I think Trey Sermon brings something to that group. And then on the defensive side, I mean, I don't think he'll start, but we got a safety, Hufanga, that we drafted, and the dude just got good instinct for a safety.
Is that the safety out of USC?
I just don't think he'll start.
Is that the USC safety? I thought they said he was playing linebacker.
No, he's out there playing safety.
Oh, he a hitter. The problem is he hit too hard. Sometimes he knocked himself out. It's just he's a guy that the line should look at.
He's a hard hitter for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Douglas is notorious for that. Knocking his own damn self out, injuring his own self.
Southwest Lion have a question for you, Emmanuel. He says, what is your prediction on the final score?
I mean, the more the game gets closer, I had it as a bigger game. The more I just think, I guess I take everything into account. And I do think we do get somewhere around 30, either 28, 31. And I'd say we all get 17.
Okay.
So 28, 17, 31.
I ain't mad at you. I just feel like if y'all only scored 31 points once in four tries. I don't know if you're gonna hit 28 this one, but I ain't mad at you. I got a really good question. I want to ask you. How confident are you in DeMeco Ryan? Like 100%. Like you think he'll be an upgrade over Robert Saleh, or is it just like he learned from Saleh? I'm praying to God that it works.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say upgrade because Saleh has a proven record, but I do I'm interested to see how he implements certain stuff. Blitzes, Saleh was always real conservative about, but I like I said, you learn underneath him. I liked him as a player, so it's really kind of a wait and see kind of thing. But I think he's going to be all right. I mean, you look at the guys that he has on that side of the field, and a guy like Fred Warner, a guy like Bosa, they're going to make him look a lot better. So, and it gives you weapons to be able to throw at offenses.
I like this question from Jimbo G. I think it's a very fair question. You might feel like it's a little biased, but I think it's just the truth. He wants to know how many points are the Lions winning by. I mean, it's a very good question. I think it's a very logical question.
Luke, what's your answer to that one?
Yeah,
actually?
I got us winning by 7.
That's right around the spread.
I know.
Yep.
Can I ask real quick? I'm sorry. I know people.
No, you're good, man. You're good. Go ahead.
Did Matthew Stafford enter your division? Does that make you nervous at all, or do you look at him more about his performances he had in Detroit? Or are you with the mainstream media where they're all kind of like on his D?
Yeah, I don't put too much into him with Detroit because once again we go back to the quality of team he had around him. I think that plays a part in it. I would say, yeah, I definitely respect the Rams a lot more. Like I said, we've beaten them the last 4 times, as a team. And, when you go and you're able to add a piece like that, there's going to be some bumps early on, I think. But I think come midseason, they'll really start. I mean, there's a lot of talent on that team. It'd be foolish not to, respect them.
Okay. Let me. He got another question from Ghetto Pet. He says, "Are you going to show up on Sunday after the game or Monday after the Niners lose?"
No doubt, I will be here. I guarantee that. Like I told y'all, hey, it's my team, but I'm gonna be, right there, win or lose, saying, hey man, we could have done this better, or y'all did, even if I see, hey, y'all had a wide receiver that showed out, I'm gonna give credit where credit's due.
Okay. All right, let me see. I'm gonna hit a few more questions, and then we can shut this thing down because a brother got to get up mad early, and this whole taking kids to school thing is really messing up my sleep schedules for real. Kevin T says, "How do you feel about your defensive backfield, the team's weakest point?" He kind of addressed it earlier, but go ahead, tell him how you really feel about it. They did just add Josh Norman. Does that make you feel a little bit better?
I mean, not really, because that guy was out there for a reason. He does, the one thing he does give is we have a lot of rookies, that are back there. There's a kid named Diamondo Lenore. He's the guy I feel, the best with, because we got Mosley that's kind of on the fringe. He may play, he may not. It's going to be like a game time decision. But I do think they'll put the rookie in first, and if they see too many struggles, it'll be, Norman going in there. But as far as Norman himself, I kind of, think there's a reason why, he was out there for so long. And the one thing he does bring you is, he's a veteran, so you hope that'll help him.
Zach Frost says, "You right, Jibbo G. Luke do be skipping people's questions. Man, that's not it's not no man. Y'all is terrible. Y'all is terrible. My man Easy must have got a phone call. Chances is he probably did, because I know he was out. He probably haven't even picked this kid up. So let me see. It says, I have us winning a super close game, 24-21. It's a win. What I love about this D with Glenn is I see 5-man pass rush a lot more than with Patricia. Patricia was rushing. Am I the only one that remember when Patricia rushed 2 people against the Raiders? Who does that? Like, what was the thought process? This is not Madden. He rushed 2 people and dropped everybody in the coverage. And the first thing that the quarterback did was just run a little bit. Oh, okay. Eventually somebody's got to come open. There's no way of getting around it. It's no way of getting around it, 100%.
For sure.
It says, so who is the starting quarterback for San Francisco? It's got to be Jimmy G, in my opinion. You disagree?
No, it's Jimmy G. Like I said, it's still, like I said, up in the air with Trey Lance. But if he does play, he's coming in on certain packages. They're going to have him, for a change of pace. But Jimmy G is a guy that's, more ready. The only way I see him getting out of the game is if he's just having a god-awful game, turning that ball over left and right. That's, they'll give him the hook. But, you're paying the guy too much to have him on the bench. $24 million just sitting on the bench, so I don't see that happening.
All right. Spirit of Detroit podcast says, I got a video dropping at 7 p.m. Can you shout it out? You just did. It's that simple. Put it on the screen. Y'all make sure y'all go and check it out. Subscribe to it. He did a video basically. What's the word I want to use? He just full out attacked my man Matthew Stafford. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. But he went there. You can go and see it for yourself. And he had himself a good old time with it. So hey, what can I say? But you just did. Check him out. It says, okay, in that case, I think the Lions' depth line can get to Garoppolo a lot easier than Trey Lance. Well, Trey Lance, I think Trey Lance will probably get in eventually if he's not hurt. Last time I checked, he was questionable with something wrong with his finger or something like that.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me see what else we got here.
He got a finger that banged on the helmet.
It says he just be doing. Man, that's not true. To myself, he be doing it if he mad at you. That's not true. I had to figure out how to slow this damn thing down. I be trying to read every message. Really do. 100%. The Rams have a 39-year-old left tackle coming off injury, new center and guard, started running back out with the injury. That's exactly what Stafford had in Detroit. Good luck, Rams. They did ask Tony Michel, but he got injury problems too. But I think Tony Michel's a beast. Emmanuel, if the Lions win, is it more of a matter of what went wrong for the 49ers or what the Lions did wrong? Oh, that's a damn good question, Lions Lee. Which one is it? So if the Lions win, go ahead.
Going back on what I said earlier, I think the way that y'all do win this game is, with turnovers, which will go back to, what went wrong for the 49ers. Like I said, that's one thing that I think any 49er fan will tell you the reason they lose sleep is with Jimmy G. He could have a game where you go back to that New Orleans game last year, having 350 yards, going, head to head with Drew Brees. But then right after that, a clunker where he throws, 2 interceptions, misses another 2 that barely, almost got intercepted. And Shanahan basically runs the rest of the game. But at least now, if Lance is healthy, he has, that at least to go to. Where in years past, it was just, hey, that's all we got. Let's just go to our running game.
Hold up. Easy. What the hell is this photo, bro? What is this? What's going on with this, bro? What the? I'm leaving that one alone, bro. I don't even know what the hell. I'm like, what is up with this photo?
That's Daniel Cormier.
Bruh.
Champ.
Oh, my God. Jack Frost says, Aaron Glenn teaching the defense that they're actually a offense gets sacks. And then question mark. I think this is the question that he said I skipped. I didn't really see this as a question, but when I played football, I was always taught to know your assignment and everybody on defense. But I will often be pushed over into learning the offense and everybody's assignment on there. So that way I can be familiar when I see it. And so to me, having them play defense or teaching them the defense from an offensive perspective 100% helps them learn and does help create sacks because it tells you how a person blocks and their tendencies. And, when a person is pulling this way, there's only, so many plays that they can be calling with that look. And so that's just is what it is. Bulgaria says, how do you hurt a 49er? Toss them a football. That's low. That's real low. that's real low.
Going back to last year, you can't argue it.
That's real low. I mean, the shame is not even there.
Are any of them dudes that got hurt last year, are they like injury prone guys? Because I only know the big name dudes who got hurt. I know they're not really injury prone, but like
Jimmy G is.
Other than like Bosa,
Jimmy G definitely. Bosa, going back to his college days, he was injured there, I believe, towards ACL and had a core injury. Armstead, that was his first injury. Debo for sure. Like I said, Debo is the thing. One thing with him, he's a strong guy, but the way that they use him in that offense, in the rounds, basically a lot of times as a running back, he does have a lot of hamstring injuries and so forth. He never had that major injury, but just a lot of nicked up injuries.
Oh, that's a good one right here. Drew said, "Do you think that Jimmy G will make it through the season without being hurt?"
No.
Damn. I mean, did you want to think about it a little bit? I mean, just go over it for a second. Like,
at least before he had some mobility, but once he had that where he tore his knee up, he's a statue back there. And these D lines are just getting stronger and faster. And you see him. That's why he does a lot of the interceptions he does, because he gets them happy feet back there sometimes. And just the one thing I will say with Shanahan is he gives them easy throws to make out there. But as far with Jimmy G and injuries, I mean, it's always there.
All right, Kevin T says, how many knees get bitten? If I gotta answer that, I'm gonna say this game, none. If we had a Ndamukong Suh, we'd have had at least 15 of them. I miss that kind of attitude.
Me too, man. Me too.
It says for the 49ers to win, the deception of their eye candy running game is their bread and butter. I know, and I don't think they're gonna be able to do it. I don't think they're gonna be able to do it at all. I'm sorry to be that way. I don't think so. Do you think Jimmy G may get hurt in this game against the Lions?
I think he asked that.
Oh, did he? All right, let me see. Late to the party, but what up, Lions fan? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, going back to that where you was talking about the eye candy, and I think that's one thing that's real big on Shanahan is he's going to show you one look, but he's going to run 3, 4, 5 different plays out of it, and for a defense, you think, and also he'll add new wrinkles, especially going into week 1 where he hasn't showed a lot of what he has. It's going to be, you as a defense, you're going to go and see that and remember, okay, I remember seeing this, throughout the week. But with that one play, he can, totally just throw a defense off, by giving them these, different looks. Just something to keep in mind.
I wouldn't even be surprised, too, because, I think Trey Lance is going to play. It's not going to be as a quarterback, throwing the damn football. I think it's going to be some trick play type shit where he's running it. Because it's just his damn finger is hurt. And we all know he can run with the football, too. Look, Shanahan's an offensive genius. I feel like anytime a running back's got hurt, too, he's always replaced him, without a skip.
Well, the Lions head coach, Dan Campbell, said that he is practicing and preparing as if though both quarterbacks are going to play. So he's not leaving no stone unturned at all. Jimbo G says, Jack Frost, Luke thought I was talking bad about everything King, saying that the Detroit and Pistons to tank. No, I didn't. I said, I said, did he say that? And you said he did. And I said, well, if he said that, I wholeheartedly disagree. Tanking does not work in football. Basketball, it probably works. Football, it does not work. Tanking ain't never worked. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. It is says he ignored me 6 or 7 times in 2 episodes and asked, that's not how it went down. This reimagining story. One of the 49ers YouTuber isn't taking me up on how about you? Lions win, I get a bottle of California's finest Cabernet Sauvignon. That's like wine? You win, I'll send you Alaskan King crab. Ooh, that sounds good to the mud. Alaskan King crab, that's expensive. How the hell you gonna ship that?
For real. I know. That's what I'm saying. Just on the shipping stuff alone, I don't want to touch that.
Yeah, right. So listen, let me do this. I don't want to be on too much longer. Let's go into the final thoughts. I'll start it off with you. You being the guest, Emmanuel. Give the people your final thoughts before we sign up off out of here. And let the people know, if they want to come to Twitter and find you after we take this win, they can find you.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Like I said, I can't even remember that tag that I have. Like I said, I'm not big on Twitter. I think there's a lot of noise out there. I do have it just for, certain instances. But if you can go through the chat and find it, you can definitely hit me up. I'm more than willing to debate football. It's something that, I do love. But like I said, going to the game, like I said, I wish everybody stay healthy, that there's a good game. And, of course, my team wins and comes up on top. But I'm definitely interested to see with y'all's new coaching staff, a better Lions team. I know the last few years it's been, crazy, but I'm interested to see what y'all got.
Well, the level of faith that some of us have for 3 years is amazing. Shout out to my man Jon Kapler, another fellow YouTuber. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, please do so. It says, what up, Luke? What do you think about 49ers fans thinking Jimmy's miles above Goff? I think that the bias, Kool-Aid, and alcohol they've been drinking is unfair. And when they done with the bottle, feel free to pass it over here. I don't understand this miles ahead thing. It makes no sense. And Bulgaria says Jimmy G, Kettle, Debo, and Morissette know the paramedics on first name basis. Got the most speed down.
That's fucked up.
Lions just need to win. The media will eventually begin to talk with some respect. The Lions just need to win. That's fair enough. It says, Luke G, you got to send it in a different type of package that is low key but look regular. I don't even know how you package that up. I do love me some Alaskan King crab, and I only buy it when it's on sale. And sale here in Michigan ain't really a damn sale. It's still high. So,
hell yeah.
My man,
like I said, I think one of the best bets is whoever does lose having to come and eat crow. That right there for me is
that's the best part
everything.
about football, though. That it doesn't get no better than that when it comes to football. The eating crow part, I don't have a problem with it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Shoot it down. My man SpeakEZ from SpeakEZ Sports, also from Whooper Sports, hell, also from DSA. I mean, you got so many damn hats, man. You out here killing them right now. What's your final thoughts for the day, man?
I say the loser has to eat an actual crow.
Well, that's just not gonna happen. That's I mean, this Hannibal Lecter moment is brought to you by SpeakEZ Sports. What? Oh my god!
No, I'm just ready for some football, bro. I'm excited, man. I'm pumped.
Yes,
I think, I'm hopeful that the Lions are everything that you're focusing us it to be, Luke. But we got to prove it. We got to see it. We have a lot of unproven commodities from the receiving core to the rookies and defensive line. So, but I think the unit that's most likely to be successful is the defensive line. And I think we have a big test, this Sunday against the 49ers in the rushing attack. I'm just ready for some football, man.
100%. And y'all know me, man. I first of all, I want to thank Easy for jumping in at a last minute notice, and also Emmanuel for basically saying he ate his spaghetti and it never came back up. He was ready and prepared to talk about his team and defend it. And in much respect to you, obviously we got a couple of days when it's going to go down. Other note information, I will not be live on my channel. I will be live at 5 p.m. on Roar of the Lions UK, talking to another 49ers fan and YouTuber who is basically, I'm pretty sure, going to tell me how we're going to get blown out. It'd be fun to see and see how that all goes down. And y'all know me, man. It's always a great show and fun to have fun with people. I had over 110 people in the chat. I don't know where my likes at right now. Let me take a look. 76. So thank y'all. Y'all got me to 75.
Good
so
shit.
That's awesome. I appreciate that so much. Unless the media is stuck on stupid, well, clearly they are. They think Sue is already a bust at the 3 preseason games. So. But again, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. You know me, I cannot end a show unless I do it on a good note. And today's positive quote comes from me. Y'all are too damn disrespectful to time. Let me say it again. Y'all are too damn disrespectful to time. You giving time to things and people who don't quite know how to appreciate it. For example, there's a job you probably clock into every single day, giving up valuable time that you could be spending with people who actually care about you, time you could be spending building up your brand, building up yourself, building up your legacy and the mark that you're leaving on this earth. Instead, you're choosing to give it to somebody. Y'all don't have the respect that you should have for time. See, time is the one thing that will be here long after we are not. However, how we use our time is what defines us. It's what makes us special. It's what makes us stand out. There are a lot of people who have not lived long. Jimi Hendrix, 27-year club, some of the greatest music you will ever hear. And you go down the long list of those people. Start reclaiming your time. And that right there comes directly from Maxine Waters. So think to yourself for a change. Stop wasting your damn time on things that don't have time for you. Your life minutes matter. Use them on things that enhance you, that makes you more valuable, that makes you happy, and that makes it so that the time that you do have stands out and is special. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for getting me to over 75% of the thumbs up. Thank you for the 110 or 111 people, I believe it was, that came into the chat rocking with me. And if you have not joined my Pick'em League, it is all linked in the description for you to join. You officially still have 24 hours. You just got to get it in before the first game. And if you don't do it before the first game, you just do it afterwards. You'll just be missing one game and you'll still be fine. Also, if anyone wants a chance to win a trip to the NFL draft, join us on Man Hour Sunday through Thursday, 8:20 Eastern. That's for my people who are in the Man Hour, so make sure y'all go over there and support them. They are also linked in the description. I need to do like a video for my featured channels. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a video for it. So make sure you show some support. Also, at 7 o'clock, exactly 1 minute, Avery Giovanni, a.k.a. Spirit of Detroit, is dropping a video and is going to want some support and love. So make sure y'all show some support and love and keep it 100. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We are out.